How do you know your health is slipping? Belly fat is one way. Other one is you get ill very often. If your neighbor has cold, you get it. If somebody walks into your house, he has a cough, you get it. Okay. Frequent illness. You can't stand for long periods of time, which means 10, 15 minutes, you get, I have to sit. Okay. Low libido, you don't like intimate contact, start getting wrinkles very early. Skin is like, skin is kind of not firm anymore. Sleeplessness, you can't get sleep. Oh, I try to put my head in the bed. I'm rolling and rolling and rolling, can't get sleep. That's also a sign. Another one is if your nails are very soft, it's also a sign that you're lacking somewhere. Now, another thing to know is what is your ideal weight? So here's a little formula. You take your height in inches, convert it to centimeters minus 100. You can see the formula there. So for example, if you're 5'3", then you should roughly be about 54 kilos. Okay, ideal weight. Okay, so if you're more than that, okay, you're not at ideal weight. Don't worry about it. Being heavier is not an issue. Okay, that's not the problem at all. Now, what you find out is that the body was not working like it did earlier. Okay, how did this happen? You may be wondering, how am I in this particular situation where I'm not as great I was 10 years ago? One, you didn't look after your gut health, which means whatever your probiotics in your body have gone down. And your body is fighting minor issues. Okay. Now, what does that mean? Let's say you're running down the staircase, you fall down, you break your leg. What happens? Pain, right? Ooh, pain. You know what? You can't think about anything else, only pain, right? If you have to pay the bill, or if you have to go and see a movie, or if there's something on the stove, you will not even think about it because your brain is just occupied with the whole pain of the leg, correct? Okay. Now, if you have a minor problem, like, oh, my pain, little earache, I got gum problem. These minor issues, they take up part of your brain. You may not really see it in front, but part of your mind is devoted to these problems. And so what happens, even your brain is also going down. It's losing its function because something is going wrong with the body. Interesting, right? But that's the truth. When you start getting gum infections or things like that, your blood sugar suddenly rises. So a lot of things happen. And blood sugars do rise for a lot of reasons. And some of them are great and some of them are not. So when you go to these, people, then they say, I want to find out, am I healthy and whatever. They do this BMI, base metabolic index. But I really don't like it because it doesn't tell you the truth. What I like to really find out is using the hip to waist ratio. Okay. It's in that little document that I want to give you later. You can use that. So your waist has to be smaller than your hips. Now, if your waist is bigger than your hip, that means it's much bigger, means greater than 1, you're definitely headed for an NCD. You're definitely headed hypertension for sure. Heart failure, all that will come later, but hypertension definitely happen. Cholesterol will start going up if it is greater than 1. So your first thing that you have to do is to get it below 1. Forget about 0.85 and 0.75. 0.85 is for men and 0.75 are for women. Okay, that's the ratio.